Today we're going to be doing a comparison between the Kyocera Dura XV Plus and the Lightphone 2. They're a little bit different. This is a lifestyle change device. If you want something very simple, this is a more transition device because you can customize it, but I'll be going in depth and more comparisons are coming your way, so make sure to stay subscribed to the channel. There are timestamps all over so you don't get lost, or if you want to look into a specific feature, and this video will be longer than usual. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support as always. So let's get from the hardware perspective. What are the differences between these two devices? And I'm going to be highlighting the differences and some similarities. But essentially, you have a camera on this one, no camera on this one. You have USB-C on the Kyocera Dura XV Plus, no USB-C, but micro USB on the Lightphone 2. This device was released in 2019, this one in 2022. So, that's a little bit of the difference because of the port. You do have here a 3.5mm headphone jack, and you also have a 3.5mm headphone jack here. They have this one has a bigger battery because it has a bigger body, and this one has a smaller battery. This one will last about 3 to 4 days in battery life. This one will last 1 to 2 days, maybe 3 days if you have very good signal and you use your phone less. Again, lifestyle change device, transition device. So it depends on what your priorities are. By lifestyle change, I mean that this device is very simple. It brings what it brings. By factory, you only get a phone, an alarm, and the settings. That's about it. You do have hotspot included right there. But you can add from factory, from the Lightphone website, you can add music, podcast, directions, and of course, you can also add a calculator and a hotspot shortcut. You also have notes, which allows you to either do voice recordings and also to do regular notes by typing them. Now, on the Kyocera side, by default, no extras added. Right here, you will see your calls, your text messages, contacts. You have email, which you can set up with Yahoo, AOL, Outlook, Exchange, and other, which is Gmail, but you need some extra settings for that. You also have the Media Center, which is cloud, camera, music player, file manager, and sound recorder. You have a gallery because you have the ability to take pictures. Let's take a picture right here, real quick. And you have the ability right there. It will not look very nice, but let's go back to the gallery and I'll be able to showcase a little bit of that. As you see, of course, there's a shadow right there, but it's pretty legible and you will have the ability to use that as a camera. So you'll be able to share it with your friends. It does bring a browser by default. It does have notifications, settings, and tools, which means you have wireless networks, software updates, programmable keys. As you see, it has a couple of programmable keys, which you can set up for any app or something that you want to get done. You have general tools, calculator, calendar, alarm, timer, stopwatch, world clock, notepad, flashlight, FM radio, and echo mode. So again, more features than just the simple for the Lightphone 2. Now, this is, again, factory. It does bring a calendar, which you can sync if you add an email account into the email portion. So you have that ability right there. Both of them have alarm clocks. I'll showcase this right here. So you have alarm. You can create, 5 a.m. That's a tough alarm clock right there, but it is possible. So 5 a.m. And then you can create another alarm at 6 a.m. and so forth. And if you want to get rid of them right there, boom, we got rid of that one. And you can specify if you want to repeat that one daily or not. And of course, if it's your daily alarm, whatever it is, you have the ability to be a little more minutious here. Alarm once. You can edit it if you want to repeat it once, or if you want to repeat it in specific days or things of that nature. Let's see here. Set. Not snooze, but repeat daily, or on weekdays, weekends, or a custom format, which is whichever you want. Let's save the alarm and then let's delete it so that it doesn't wake me up. And again, you have the ability to create multiple alarms as well. You do have a calendar. This one doesn't have a calendar yet, coming up now in the month of February. You do have a calculator. Let's compare right here. Calculator. Let's see. So very basic. This one is touch input, of course. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. A little bit of a better layout because you can see the full thing. Here, it doesn't showcase everything. But again, you get the gist. You'll know how to operate it. Now let's go back to how do messages look like. So let's go to our phone, trusty phone. Let's go to messages. Right here, I have a thread, my wife. So if I want to type a message, you will go here and you will be able to type it very easily with a QWERTY keyboard. So hello. There you go. And you also have voice texting. And this is just showcasing what the voice texting looks like for the Light Phone 2. And right there, you can retry. Okay, well, there you go. And you can accept. Of course, this is the typing experience. Right there, you have symbols, different things. If you want to make spaces, hello. Want to make a space, right there, hi. As you see right there, it's pretty intuitive. It's touch typing. Here you have the ability to type with prediction, ABC, 1, 2, 3 symbols, smileys or emojis, web shortcuts, select text, and different options. So for example, hello is this on? There, right there. Boom, we have it. Hello, is this on? There's no voice texting in this one, but the prediction is very robust. And you also have the triple click if you prefer that method. So more clickability depends on what you prefer. Of course, if you're trying to look for a transition device, this will be better in other areas. If you're trying to look for something more simple, this one can have everything that you need. When it comes to, calling, you can just dial from here. For example, right there. Boom, you type, you call, you're good to go. Here you have phone, where you can go into calling mode, right there, if you want to use that. And that's about it. So you have the ability to do that, and you have there the dialers, a little bit of comparison. Now, so far we have done only factory features. It's essentially what it brings. I'll show you the browser. This one doesn't have a browser and probably will never have a browser. Right there, if you want to search something, you will go look for it. There's a couple of searches that I have made in order to showcase to you what I have added to this device. But, right there, you have a, cursor that you can bring up and disappear by the pound key. So if you press the pound key, you bring that cursor. And if not, you get rid of it. Now you can go back, and that's about it. So this is from factory. This is essentially you have not added anything, and it's just what the phone brings. So again, more a transition device. You have email, browser, a couple of extra niceties, and this is a lifestyle change device, which is more simple and is essentially everything that it brings. But now you can add extra things. So let's say we go to the browser and we download an APK. Again, we download an app from, let's see, F-Droid or Spotify or whatever, app you want. You will download it from the web or sideload it via a computer. And essentially what you will do is, let's go to my file manager, as you see right here. You go to the phone file manager, downloads, and right there I have 3 APKs that I have downloaded. Right there is the Signal APK, and I can select it. And it will stage the app. It will allow me to install it by saying, hey, you need to allow installation from the data folder right there on, and I can install it. I have already installed it, but you install it and boom, it appears on your phone. Now, it's not going to appear on this area right here, but it's going to appear on the business tools. And right here, you will see that I have installed a lot of applications to kind of get some parity of features with the Light Phone 2. So for example, I have installed AntennaPod, which is what podcasts, it's the equivalent right here on the Light Phone. So if we go to podcasts for the Light Phone, right there, you see Andrew Huberman Labs, and here are my podcasts that I have preloaded from the web dashboard. But here you have more a bigger ability to search on your own. This one needs to be done through a computer. This one can be done via the app. So I install AntennaPod. If I want to add a podcast right there, let's say I want to add Up First, it will load and I can subscribe. And boom, I can listen to my podcast. I can download it pretty much same functionality across the board. This one just a little more simpler. This one you need to navigate with the cursor, because without the cursor it is a pain. It's a little bit more difficult to navigate. As you see, I went back completely. I did not go back to my podcast list, but I went back completely outside of the app when I press the clear key right here, which is essentially saying, hey, I want to go back. But with the cursor, you have the ability to navigate it as if you had a touchscreen. And boom, right there we go to our subscriptions. I want to listen to Andrew Huberman. Let's say I want to download it. I'm going to download it for later. Right there, listen to Bluetooth headphones or, wired headphones. Same thing. This one has the ability to do Bluetooth, multiple devices. You can reconnect them and connect them as you wish. But right there, I'm downloading Andrew Huberman's podcast. I'm going to go back and see if it downloaded on the background. It does, because as you see right there at the top, it's telling me that it's downloading something. So it's downloading on the background. We're going to leave it there. It doesn't close it. Now I have also installed Osmand, which is a directions application. So right here, we can go to our directions on the light phone, directions on the Kyocera Dura XV Extreme Plus, and they're both pretty good. So this one, it works better when it's outside. I don't think it's going to find my location while I'm inside. Right there, offline mode, but I can still search for directions. So let's say that I'm going to search for a Thai restaurant that I'm going to go later today. So let's say I want to go to Alloy Thai. I'm going to search for it. Even though it's in offline mode, it's still search for it right there. Boom, Alloy Modern Thai. And if I specify my location, let's say, for example, that I'm going to go from Mineral Station. So let's see, Mineral Station. Right there. Let's say I go from Mineral Station, this one right here, and I want to drive. It's going to give me a set of directions on how to get there. So it will showcase in offline mode. This is how it's showcased. And in regular mode, it will give me essentially turn-by-turn directions. But I can tell right there how to get to Alloy Modern Thai via car. And also I can do it via public transit. So for example, public transit, let's see, Mineral Station again. Let's try to find my location. But I can specify if I go through Mineral Station, which is actually what I'm going to be doing. I can start it by public transit, and it's going to tell me, hey, these are the times from now on, from this point at 2:25. It leaves in an hour and 8 minutes, an hour and 23 minutes, an hour and 18 minutes. I can take the light rail and the 8 bus. I can take the light rail. So right there, I'm going to take the light rail. It tells me how to go, how to do it. And after that, it will tell me where to get off. And also, let's see, it continues to go. I'm going to get off in California, turn left on Broadway, go for, whatever, 0.3 miles, arrive at Alloy Modern Thai. So that is how the directions work here on the light phone. And it gives you turn by turn if you have the ability to have the GPS mode. Because I'm indoors, it's not going to showcase it. But when I'm outdoors, it grabs my location after, a couple of minutes, maybe a minute or two. And then it gives me turn by turn directions without any issues. Here on the Kyocera Dura XV Extreme Plus, you have the ability to use, again, also navigation. Let's see, keep active. My position is not very reliable. So it's kind of very similar in that it doesn't really grab your location from this device. It takes a long time indoors, and outdoors is a little bit better, but it's not super reliable. But you can download maps and again, put your position right there. So if I want to, select on the map, I can select on the map. If I want to go from here, let's set the destination. I want to select it on the map, and I want to go all the way here. Right there. It gives me the different abilities, right? So boom, right there, by bicycle, by car, by walking, different natures. And like right here, we're going to start it, and boom. Test is an hour and 11 minutes walking, and that's essentially what the application can do. Now, we're going to try to go back in this directions right here. We're going to dismiss, And that's about it. Essentially, I am able to find directions and timetables. You can install another application if you want to. There's different applications that you can install for the purposes of maps. You don't have to necessarily do it with one in specific. But again, you have the ability right there to create your own maps and do different things. I prefer Osman personally, but I don't need it that much. But I'm just showcasing that it is possible to have directions, but for both of them, they will have a hard time getting your location quickly indoors. So if when you step outdoors, it will be a little bit better. Now, there's 3 other apps that I have here that will not be available for the light phone. So for example, we have NewPipe here, which is a YouTube client. If I want to watch a YouTube video, so for example, right here we have Prince Harry. And if I want to watch the 60 minutes interview from Prince Harry, I'll be able to do so. I'm going to pause it so that we don't get copyrighted. But right there, you can do it. You can watch it. It's not going to be an amazing experience, but it is doable. And the nice thing about this is that if I want to hear something in specific, so for example, let's listen to a video of mine so I don't get any copyrights. But if I want to watch a video of mine right here with a space, Briones, boom, right there. So let's say I want to watch the Dumbphone Awards and I want to close, it still plays the video. So if you want to listen to a podcast or a video that is only available through YouTube, you have that ability. Let's go back. And right there, boom, it's done. I can go back and I can listen while the device is closed. That doesn't happen for calls, but it does happen for music. So again, that's one app that I added. If you want to stream some music, I'm not going to play anything because this one will definitely get copyrighted. You have MStream, which is a streaming application. You can play the music, you can listen to it, Bluetooth or through the speaker of the device. You can close it and you will have that ability. And for those of you who like alternative applications for texting, you also have the ability to load Signal. You have the ability to load WhatsApp. This one I just loaded Signal. And right here, you can go through the registration steps. It does work a little bit with the keypad, but of course the cursor will be way better right there. Continue. Signal needs permission, so we're going to try to allow them. And there you have, all of the extra steps in order to register with your phone and, with the different things. This is an application by Verizon. Available for push to talk if you want to, have something specific for work or things of that nature. I received a message from a number right there, and I can showcase to you what that looked like. So right here, it is, how the messages look, and you can have right there. My wife asked me if we have kidney bees at home. We do. We went to buy them. And that's essentially some of the extra features that you can get on the Kyocera Dura XV Extreme that you cannot get on the light phone. The light phone does have music that you can preload, and you have the ability to listen to that as well. We're not going to be playing that because of copyright. But this one is a more simple device. This one is a more transition device. You want to still get some features, but as you see, it's not as interactive as a touchscreen. You can get the extra smart functionalities, but because it's not going to be as easy as just touching the device, you will not be super addicted. And again, you can watch a video, but it's not going to be the best experience, putting this device in landscape mode and trying to watch it in this very tiny screen. So it's mainly essentially you want to listen to something in specific that is on YouTube, or maybe you want to listen to a podcast. Again, you have the antenna pod, which you can listen to. And again, it's a very good transition device, and because it can be unlocked, you can use it with other providers like T-Mobile in this particular case. You can also use it with Verizon, and if you unlock it, you probably can use it overseas. But this has been a little bit of an in-depth view of how this works. I'm going to be doing more of these videos. If you have a specific contender that you will want me to compare, so if it's either the Extreme Plus to the Punkt or the Punkt to the Light phone, or there's two devices that you want to see feature more like a long-term more detailed oriented video, make sure to put it in the comments below and I'll be interacting with you guys. Two good devices. I highly recommend either of these devices to anyone that wants to use it. And of course, this one has more features, this one has less features, but just make a call into what you actually want in your device. They both have essentially the basics, and of course you can find more information in the Dumbphone Finder. If you go to the Dumbphone Finder, you can filter, you can see. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or concerns, if you want to see two devices being put against each other, make sure to put it in the comments below. I'll be interacting there. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your support. I'll see you in the next video.